Hello everyone. I decided to start a TikTok to help in the information war that's going on around Israel the last few days. TikTok's great because you can share videos with people who don't have it, and they can still watch the videos. And it's just real simple and quick. I'll make real short videos that I'll share with all my friends and family in Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Kentucky, Texas, all my English-speaking friends and family. And I encourage you to share them with friends and family, everyone who's interested. So what happened? Saturday morning, Shabbat, the Sabbath, when so many soldiers are not on base, they're at home, but it was also a holiday, so there were even less people who were on the border with Gaza. We don't know how it happened. So many layers of defense that failed at the same time. It's insanity. I never thought something like this could happen. Something like this never did happen in the history of the State of Israel. 75 years in the history of the State of Israel. Even when settlements did fall, like in the Independence War, it was a formal surrender, and it wasn't like it was now. 1,500 or so just Islamo-Nazi jihadists, Hamas operatives and Islamic Jihad broke through the border fence. Some parts of it were like a wall. They poured through in lots of areas, took over a few bases. Many of the soldiers were killed right in their rooms, in their beds, didn't even have time to get up and get to the wall. Took out some of the tanks that were on the border with drones, apparently grenades dropping on top. Other tanks, I guess they burned in the before their crew even got to them. They burned them in the bases. They took over the base of one of the whole divisions of Gaza. They took out the cameras. It's just insanity what happened, and they started pouring in to Israel in the south there. They took over some kibbutzes and settlements, the villages and towns. And these are Islamic jihadists. They're like Daesh. I guess we always thought Hamas isn't as bad as Daesh, but no, pretty much, yeah. They just started going door to door, house to house, killing people. Killed a lot of people on the road, shooting into cars. They were heavily armed with their automatic rifles and rocket-propelled grenades. They came in with trucks and motorcycles, and to see them in all these cities, we were watching this in Shabbat, like, what is going on? Why isn't the army responding? It took hours to respond. There was a huge party, music festival going on down there in the south, which is a normal occurrence. It's often quiet. For me, it is kind of weird to have it there, but I guess people live there. People continue their lives there. And we were wondering if Hamas chose this date also because of that festival. There was 2,000 or so people there, young people, just having a party in the desert, music festival. They surrounded it with their trucks, their technicals, and started mowing people down, throwing grenades in the people that had hidden in the air raid shelters. They killed almost 300 people, kidnapped a lot of people, young men and young women. They were kidnapping older people, children, even babies are in Gaza now. 1,200 people are dead. Only about 200 or so are soldiers and policemen. That's like 1,000 civilians just slaughtered, most of them unarmed, men, women, and children. A lot of people were hidden. They were hiding in their house in these protected rooms that every new apartment and house needs to have. It's just a protected room, usually from shelling, but you can lock the big heavy door. And it took some places, it took a day or two for the army to take these settlements back. And so that's kind of the first part of the attack. And we were afraid, like, wow, if Hamas could do this, and it took so long for the army to respond and take back these settlements. What if Hezbollah wanted to do it in the north? Hezbollah is bigger and stronger than Hamas. But if something happened from Syria, we were afraid. And then we heard that the Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, the biggest and the newest, most advanced aircraft carrier in the world, America decided to send to the Eastern Mediterranean. Later, I found out it was already in the Adriatic Sea, I think, near Croatia, but now it's coming much closer to Israel in a clear show of force. And then our spirits were lifted. We're like, oh, we're going to be okay. America hasn't abandoned us. Even if not every single one of us will be okay, Israel will be okay. We'll be fine. And that show of support was so important for us. And then we heard Biden's speech yesterday. Some people think it was so powerful, even more powerful than a lot of the Israeli leaders are saying. And I'm a person who would disagree with so many of Biden's domestic policies, but people that are so childish and like, if the Democrats are for something, then I'm not Democrats, I want to be against it. That's so ridiculous. I want everybody to see his speech. Anybody who didn't see it, see his speech, Biden's speech of support on Israel. It's amazing, word for word. And if you know friends and family who are against America's support for Israel, for whatever reason, some weird conservative isolationism, like let Taiwan go to hell, let Israel go to hell, South Korea, Japan, Ukraine, let the whole world go to hell. We're just going to sit here in America and the alligators are going to eat us last. Don't let them get away with it. Make them feel ashamed. I don't know if it's out of cowardice or whatever, some weird libertarianism, the hell with the rest of the world. I'm just going to worry about myself and everything's going to be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. You're next. You cannot ignore that the world exists. People exist in this world. And it's not just you, your little bubble. And we need your support. And we're in this together. So I'm gonna save this, send it to all my friends and family. Encourage you to send it as well. You can subscribe and follow us and make more videos as this goes on. Oh, by the way, I'm in reserves. I did a lot of reserves over the last decade, but this is the first time I was called up in emergency, and here I am, like, just sitting on the border. I don't want to be here, not at all, but I have to. That sucks, but talk soon.